Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today and keeping their families safe. Um, this is going to be a video today I'm making on how to read a tape measure or a ruler. It's very simple if you follow a few things. It's very simple to read a ruler and get an accurate measurement. Uh, Watch the video, and at the end there is going to be a 10-question quiz on it, and you need to write down your answers on a piece of paper and email it to me, or take a picture of it on your phone and email it to me, and email it to me at this address, instmarsh, marsh, at gmail.com. And I'll give this address again at the end. But I hope you enjoy this little video, and it's, like I said, it's going to be on how to read a tape measure and a ruler. Now, this is my wooden folding ruler, which I use quite a bit while I'm doing my woodworking. I like the accuracy of it, it's easy to use and everything. And I just use it a lot, and I really enjoy it. But at the same time, I also use my tape measure, and I'm sure everybody's familiar with this. A couple of interesting things on a tape measure, which a lot of people really don't know, is if you look at this shoe, and I hope it picks up on the video, if you look at this shoe, it moves back and forth. I hope you can see that, and how it moves back and forth. It's not because the tape measure is bad. There's a purpose for it, and that purpose is between inside measurements and outside measurement. And an inside measurement, like a door frame or window frame or anything like this, you want to push it in. You push it in, and you take and you read your measurement. Then if you've got something like just a running piece of wood, you want to measure, and say you want to measure, and you want to cut this piece of wood, so you put it there, you want to measure it 15 inches, put your mark there, and then that's where you cut it. And the purpose behind this shoe, to be able to move in and out, it moves, the amount that it moves is equal to the thickness of the shoe itself. So that's why when you use an inside measurement, you want it pushed all the way in. Outside measurement, because of the thickness of the shoe, you want it out. So if you can see that. Now, if this shoe is bent or bent up or anything, you need to find another tape measure to use, because it's not going to be accurate if this shoe is bent. Or sometimes after a lot of use, and most people won't use it that much, but a lot of use, these rivets start wearing out, and this gets even sloppier, and at that time it's time to change and get a different ruler tape measure, because this is no longer accurate. Another thing a lot of people don't see, I don't know if you can see it on it, that little groove in the end, that's to put on a nail head, so when you're measuring, you put it on a nail head, and it just so it'll hold it so you can stretch it out. And that's all it really is. So that's purpose. That's a couple little things that people don't usually know about on a tape measure. So now, if you remember, and I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera so you can see this, and hopefully you'll be able to see all these marks. We're going to just go from the 1 inch to the 2 inch. I won't go from the end to the 1 inch, because this piece of brass on here makes it hard for you to read. You won't be able to really see the marks I'm talking about. But there's like 4 things you really have to remember for 1 inch, and each one of these marks is a 1/16 of an inch, each one of these. So there's 16 of those marks to 1 inch. Now, if you take 2 of these, that equals 1/8 of an inch. And there's 8/8 to an inch. If you count every 2 of these, you'll find out there's 8/8 to an inch. So 2/16 make 1/8. 2/8 equal 1/4 inch. That's a 1/4 inch right there. You have a 1/4 inch, and then there's 4 quarters to a 1 inch, 2 quarters to a half. So I hope you can see that. So again, each one of these marks is 1/16 of an inch. Each one of these. Every 2 marks is 1/8 of an inch. And in measuring, you use that a lot. Like there's, you got a 1/2 inch, you got 9/16 or 5/8 or 3/4, and then you got 7/16, 11/16, 13/16, 7/8. and 3/8, 5/8, all that. So that's what we go by. So you wouldn't say on a 1/4 inch, you wouldn't say it's 4/16, or you wouldn't say it's 2/8. You would say it's a 1/4 of an inch. But yet the second mark over is 1/8. Okay. Then if you went to this mark right here, there's your 1/4 inch. There's another one. That would be actually 3/8. And if you count over, there's 1, 2, and 3/8. And that's how we do it. So knowing that there's 16/16 to an inch and 8/8 to an inch, each one of these marks is a 16th, and every 2 marks is 1/8. And that's all it really is in measuring. If you wanted to measure this piece of wood, you would just get it flush. And I don't know if you can see that, but if you look, from here to here is 2.5 inches. Okay? So that's really all there is to measuring. But as I said, for this purpose of learning, we're only going to go from 1 inch to 2 inch. That's just that 1 inch right there is all we're going to concentrate on as far as measuring. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get ready to write these down. Write down you're on a piece of paper 1 through 10. And what we're going to do is okay, question number 1 will be, how many 16ths to an 1/8? Okay, question number 2, how many 1/8ths to a 1/4 of an inch? Okay, question number 3, how many 16ths in an inch? Question 4, how many 1/8ths to an inch? Okay, now for the rest of the questions, 5 through 10, is going to be, I'm going to point to a mark on my ruler, and your answer will be whatever you think that is, as far as is a 16th, is 1/8, what is it? But you write down on your piece of paper what it is, and I'm hoping this will pick it up. That's why I'm so close. Okay, so and we're just going to go from the 1 inch to the 2 inch mark. That's all we're going to go in between. Okay, so question number 5, this mark right here, what is it? I hope you can see that. This mark right here, what is it? You know, that's all, just this mark right here, from here to here. What is that? Then question number 6, what is this mark right here? That mark right here, from here to here, what mark is that? Okay. Question number 7, what is this mark right here? Again, from the 1 inch mark to here, or I'm sorry, to this one right here, what is that? Which mark is that? Okay, then we come down, which mark is this one right here? I'm hoping you can see all this. What is this mark right here? Okay. And what is this mark right here? That would be question number 9. And then question number 10, what is this mark right here? Okay. Starting from the 1 inch, going this way. All those marks I showed you, tell me what they are. And this is question number 10. What is that mark right there? Give me what you would call that, okay? And like I said, you can write down your answers on a piece of paper. Probably the easiest way is take a picture of it on your phone and email it to me. And again, email it to me to this address, instmarsh@gmail.com. Okay, and I'll be looking for your answers, and I will forward those to the CO, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching my video. Please stay safe and do your coursework. Get all your coursework done in timely fashion and turn it in. And there'll be more to come. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you to stay safe. I'm glad you all are are doing good, and just please do your coursework, okay? Thank you very much.